We are walking down right now to go find a spot. I've got my morning elixir right here, my little wake up juice. For anyone who is new here, hello, my name is Morgan. Nice to meet you. If you're watching this after, I hope you guys have had a wonderful day and I hope you enjoy the sunrise. So I have the chair in one arm. I've got my coffee in the other. We're walking down right now. Here's to another beautiful Sunday, beautiful van life sunrise here in Hawaii with morning musings with Morgan. It is very, very windy today. So let's find a good spot that we can just chill at. I think we can sit up right here, can't we? Trying to look for something a little more level. Go ahead and give me a thumbs up in chat if the sound is good. Oh man, the sky is already changing colors. Let's see if we can get a good spot going over here. Be able to enjoy the sky. And today, the theme is taking chances. Something that was on my mind yesterday. It's what we talk about in the newsletter that got sent out this morning. We'll go in depth on it right now. As soon as I get a spot and we get set up, we can talk about it. So in the meantime, as I'm getting everything going, share in chat real quick something y'all are grateful for today. Did I set the coffee down? Here we go. Good morning, Andrea. The newsletter is every Sunday. Need a handheld gimbal, yeah. You know, because I'm walking around too. Grateful for coffee, absolutely. I'm grateful for coffee too. Wakes me up. Every single morning gets me going. What's up, Nicole? Good morning. How are you? It's another beautiful day in Hawaii. Living the van life, living La Vida Loca, baby. Get to share this with all of you today. And yes, the newsletter is every single Sunday. We've been putting it out every Sunday for over a year now. It's awesome. What's up, Lion? Kiddo is with me. I had to work and I work all. We got breakfast and oh heck yeah, that's awesome. And you know what? I didn't see it in time, but I'm glad you got your shirt too. Thank you so much. You said it's like a hug, and I'm so glad. That is awesome. I'm happy for you. Here we go. My chair literally just fell over. What's up, Jamie? What's the plan today? This morning we were watching the sunrise and we were talking about taking chances, taking risks. Like me trying to set up the chair holding an open cup of coffee. Phone in one hand, coffee in the other. Chair keeps falling over. Here we go. Oh yeah, let me angle it a little bit. Finally. All right, now let's hurry and get in it before it gets blown over. There we go. Gonna order more soon for the fam. Heck yeah. And you know what? If there are any, let me know if you guys have any. I'm just gonna leave the hood down. It's kind of chilly, but it's really freaking windy. So let me know if you guys can hear me, if this sounds good. Speaking of, I'm wearing one of our One Stellar Life hats. I love this thing. For me, I think my head is just a little small, but with the braids on, I'm shouting. With the braids, the hat stays nice and snug on my head. It is very comfortable. Sound is on point. Fantastic. Here we go. Hang on a second. Let me do this real quick. Let me bury this in the sand. Oh my gosh. Y'all, I had been needing a new tripod. And when we did the Mulan trivia, I had to get this tripod. And by golly, this thing is fantastic. I love it so, so much. This is great. I know the wind is shaking it around a bit. We can lower it, try to make it a little more steady. Beautiful, beautiful. How's my audio so good? My microphone is tucked on my shirt, actually. And it's got the little windsock on it, so that's helping big time. The sun is going to be seen here. Show you guys real quick. We will be seeing the sun very, very soon. It's definitely a goal, a great goal. Absolutely, Andrea. Also, thank you everybody for everyone becoming members. Really do appreciate it. It's not only is it supporting the channel and supporting Mom and I, but it's also you guys standing up for yourselves and choosing a solid place to really belong. We're here on the One Stellar Life channel. You are absolutely able to show up as no one other than yourself. You're not expected to be a certain way. You don't have to wear that mask like you do in everyday life, where this is the place where you can relax and find that peace in your soul and in your heart, where you can just chill. Nice to meet you too, Brendan. Yeah, it's supposed to rain. I looked at the weather last night, and I think for the next week upcoming, what's today, Sunday, I think after Tuesday or Wednesday, it's supposed to rain. There's literally 95% chance of rain. What's up, Hob? Nice to see you sing. I was looking for my parents' record collections coming to mind. Nice, heck yeah. And the theme for this week that I really wanted to share with you guys, because this is what we talked about in the newsletter this morning, is taking chances, taking some risk. You know the term higher the risk, greater the risk, or greater the reward? The story that we shared in the newsletter today is this video that Mom had actually shared with me of this little girl jumping into a puddle. So not only is it her jumping, taking that leap, right? When we say take that leap of faith, it's also deceptively how deep or shallow something is. And like Jamie said, the sky behind me is deceptively ominous. That's sometimes how we view taking risks. Today and this week, I'd love to encourage you guys to take a chance on something. Take a risk. Take that leap of faith into something that you've really, really wanted to do. Whatever kind of intuition or intuitive lead you've been getting regarding calling somebody, reaching out, going somewhere in particular, taking a drive to a certain place, whatever gut feeling you have, encourage you to follow that intuitive lead and go pursue that thing. Take the chance and see what happens. And the frame of mind I'd like to impart on you is, instead of, well, what happens if I take that leap? What's the consequence of me taking that leap, taking that chance? Reframe that into what is the best that could happen. So this week, every day, just do one little thing. Challenge you to do one little thing every day this week that is taking a chance, taking a risk, putting yourself out there, and seeing what the absolute best is that can happen. Oh. Coat of rain repellent on top of the RV. That's a good idea. And in the meantime, for anyone who doesn't know who I am, nice to meet you. My name is Morgan. Shake my hand. Ooh, I got black on my fingers. Touch my cheese hand. Nice to meet you. I live in a van with my mom and our dogs, and welcome to the One Stellar Life channel, where we help you awaken, level up, and live free. If that sounds interesting, I invite you to subscribe to the channel. And if you enjoy these streams and you want to see more, the only way you can is by subscribing. So be sure to do that and click the notification bell so you know exactly when we are live and when we make a post or upload a video. Working on our $9 to $5 million income while we're working our 9 to 5. Abso-freaking-lutely, dude. Abso-freaking-lutely. Here we go. Let's see. Can I go this one? Perfect. And the thing with taking chances, go ahead and answer the Q&A that just popped up on screen. If you guys meditate often, yes or no? What's up, JFK? Welcome in, bud. Nice to see you. What time is it in Hawaii right now? It is currently 6:33 a.m. We got started on the stream a little bit early because the sky was changing colors already. No, you guys don't meditate? Oh, how could you? My name is Marshall Mathers. That's great. That's great. What else is great is our membership here on the channel. And aside from supporting One Stellar Life, when you become a member, you are signaling to yourself you deserve to live your one stellar life. That you are here to be part of something absolutely amazing and feel that sense of belonging. You deserve to have that place of peace, don't you? You deserve to absolutely level up and become your greatest version, right? Yes, absolutely. Become a member today and reap the rewards of your one stellar life. If you guys want to see more streams like this, make sure you are subscribed because that is the only way that you can. What's up, Destiny? Is this my Texaco girl, Morgan? Yes, Liberty. What's up? Hey, hi. Except I'm officially in my Vanlife Morgan era, and like I say, One Stellar Life here is to help you awaken, level up, and live free. And freedom, what does that look like to you guys? What is your like brand of freedom or your flavor of freedom look like for you? For me, it's living in a van. And I'm simply sharing the lessons I've learned while living nomadically to help impart for you guys so that you can live free right where you are right now. You don't have to live in a van. You don't have to sell all of your things and go live in the boonies. But what does freedom mean to you? And what would it look like for you to live free right now, right here, right now, today? I zone and space out. So technically, yes-ish. Here's a follow-up question. So answer if you meditate often, yes or no. And if not, are you able to quiet your mind? How loud are your thoughts right now? Or anytime when you're just sitting and you're just breathing, how loud are your inner thoughts? A lot of people are actually utilizing the grays all the best. Yes, so loud. Because sometimes that's the hardest part, is even just being able to quiet your mind for a minute. Being able to just sit and be. Sometimes the hardest part is being within ourselves. Something which freed me from that bondage of the loud mind, one of two things that you could practice. One, imagine a volume dial on your thoughts, and you just go and you just turn it down and mentally hear them getting quieter and quieter and quieter. Second thing, the recognition that we are not our thoughts. We say this all the time, that humans are essentially very advanced biological computers, and your brain is the hard drive, right? And sometimes we forget about files that we've installed or various programs we've installed in our brains, much like on a computer. So what happens? Those things run in the background and they take up a lot of disk space. Now, what that means is it's going to take up a lot of real estate in your mind, a lot of unconscious or subconscious real estate. So that is going to then feed your conscious brain, and you'll be thinking about these things you probably forgot about a while ago, right? The easiest thing to do is to say, well, you know what? I know that's not me. I remember that from here, or I know that's not me. Who is that thinking these thoughts? And so when you're able to separate and distinguish between what you're actually actively thinking about and something that's coming up which no longer serves you, sometimes it helps to be able to just push it off to the side. Imagine like this unwanted thought, wrap it up and say, thank you, but I'm going to gift that somewhere else because that no longer serves me anymore. And you're able to move past that moment. Mind quieting is major. I'm super late and sit up each time I wake up back to get another idea. And you know what? That is so true, because sometimes when we feel so passionate about something, we're able to the brain just wants to keep working, right? Where I've noticed, have you guys ever noticed that when you get so enthralled with something, you end up dreaming about it and you're working in your sleep? I've had that happen before too. And it is the most amazing thing that we can do that. We have that ability to literally think about these things while we're dreaming and process that to help us in our waking hours too. I miss lucid dreaming. Practice it again, Jamie. If I may, so with this little girl, the story I was sharing, because the newsletter today is your puddle is smaller than you think. We with the introduction of technology, we've had this opportunity to make the world seem so incredibly small, when really it is extremely vast. The amount of opportunity that we have and the amount of exploration that we can do here on this planet is so incredibly vast. While driving the other day, I was literally looking out the window and I just thought, why do we worry? Why worry? And I remember reading this thing and hearing this. It said, why worry? It'll probably never happen. And even mom shares this quote that I've been through a lot of scary things, some of which actually happened. We have this tendency to try to predict what is going to happen instead of just allowing the situation to unfold and being in the present moment. So instead of predicting, and when you're constantly living in that future, that arbitrary, this may happen future, it crushes you right now, and it kind of deflates that optimist attitude that I think, in my opinion, we have a natural disposition towards, is to be that way. So living in that present moment and tying it all together, being able to quiet the mind and knowing just how immense our world is. And we're only seeing, remember, everything you see online is simply this little snippet of what is actually happening and what actually goes on out there. So we think the world is really, really small, when in reality, there are so many things happening all at once. And being inundated with the same thing from so many different angles, it can be a lot for all of us to handle. And so being able to meditate, being able to quiet the mind, and taking a chance on something where put everything else to the side and allow yourself to jump into that puddle of fun and being able to just free yourself of all that bondage that we put on ourselves and that we see on media nowadays, everything that is happening. It's incredibly powerful when you are able to do that for yourself, and when we can absolutely raise that frequency and tap into that greater version of who we are at our core. All right, check out the sunrise. Here's a little update. A system shutdown sometimes would be nice. I agree, Lion. Absolutely agree. Freedom is having choices. Totally. I'm going to clean the camera real quick. There we go. What meditation style do I use? Mom would be the better one to ask for specific styles. I just know through my experience. Oh my goodness gracious. It's so salty out here, man. The air is just so moist right now. I don't think that's any better. That's a little bit better. So mom has the more technical knowledge in the specifics between different meditation styles because she knows a lot more about that than I do. However, on the same token, absorbing various knowledge through her because mom is a certified meditation instructor. We're in primordial sound meditation. So that is the main one that I remember. And I remember a lot of breathing techniques too. And it's interesting because the more I've, just for like personal journey's sake, I'll share with you guys right now. The more that I've seen stuff happening online and the more that I tap into that aspect and how we can rise above everything that's happening right now, a lot of that knowledge I've had throughout many years of my life is coming back. And so right now in society, it seems there's less of a great awakening and more of a great remembering because all of these tools we've had with us on a soul level, on a cellular level that we've known about innately. And we are simply remembering the power that we do have and the abilities that we maintain every single day. So right now, more and more people are remembering this stuff and more people are becoming, I would say, aware of those things and of those teachings and how powerful we are as human beings too. Yeah, Andrea, what is that on my head? Oh, you know what? Thank you, Jamie, so much for asking me. This is actually our bona fide 100% organic, vegan, cruelty free, One Stellar Life gear that you guys can get at stand.store/One Stellar Life. You guys can go to the link in the description, tap up here, the three dots in either of these corners. I don't know which one it is for you, but in either of these corners, and then you go to stand.store/One Stellar Life. Or you can go to the About section of the channel and find all of our links right there as well. Easy, simple, quick for you to find. And in case you don't know who I am and you are seeing this later, my name is Morgan. Nice to meet you. Shake my hand. Lovely. Love to see it. I live in a van with my mom and our dogs, and welcome to the One Stellar Life channel. I will sneeze. We're here, we help you awaken, level up, and live free. Now, if that sounds interesting to you and you want to show up for more of these streams, the only way you're going to see it is if you subscribe to the channel. So be sure that you're subscribed and you want to find the place where it's your cozy corner of the internet where you absolutely belong just as you are. No need to be anybody else. Tap that join button down below as well. Maybe it's up here somewhere on the channel, but as soon as you subscribe, that is the only way that you can join this channel as well. What's up, Jeremy? Nice to see you. You got cups. Both really nice. I'm so glad, Andrea. I'm glad you enjoy those cups. Unfortunately, I've got our unmarked One Stellar Life merch today, and it is plastic, not porcelain, but it still does the job. So cheers, everyone. Thank you so much for being here today. I love saying nonsense. It is very interesting. Where's Jorge? I told him I have the elixir. I was like, hey, I'm at your work the other day. While we wait for Jorge, we are calling in, I should say, Americano. Americano, Americano. And then suddenly Jorge will appear because that man loves Americanos. But I thought it was funny I said it like that because I think Jorge's just the weather looks overcast. It is overcast. We have rain in our future. Jorge is in Arizona. Mr. My office today is Starbucks. That man gets a 4-shot Americano like every single day. You know what? I gotta be honest with you guys. One of the hardest parts about streaming is I remember a lot of details about you. Literally, I don't know how other people feel about their communities that they build. And quite frankly, I don't understand some YouTubers who share stuff and then never engage with their comments or their communities. Me, I cannot do something without talking to you guys, honestly. I think about you guys every single day. Our cargo crew here, I have not mentioned it yet, but the cargo crew that we have here on the channel, which is all of you that are subscribed and are here watching this right now, even if you're just lurking behind the scenes. And what is cargo crew, Morgan? I'm so glad you asked. It means that when you're here watching the stream and you've subscribed to the channel, you are now beautiful, precious cargo, and we're all crew here navigating this world and our one stellar life together. So if you want part of that action and you want to watch more of these streams, the only way that will happen is if you subscribe to the channel. And you guys double tap your screen to like the stream by going do 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 do. Also, you do an amazing job chatting with everybody. Thank you. Appreciate it. Stop. I do my best. As you know what? The golden rule, you treat others as you want to be treated. And for me, I would love to watch somebody that's actually engaging with their chat and engaging in their stream. Because I've watched a lot of streamers that don't do any of that, and it's like a snooze fest for me, quite frankly. So trying to be that difference, trying to set it apart a little bit, that is what I aim to provide for you guys. Lives in her van and carries his long term basically cargo. Thank you more, Morgan. Because all day I'm like that. That's poker face now. Here I can be lame, crazy, stupid, or whatever, and no one bats an eye. Exactly. Yes, Jamie, we do get stellar rainstorms here. Should I do like one stellar rain or something and show you guys? Oh man, it's gonna be crazy. Literally, I think starting like starting Tuesday or Wednesday, it's gonna rain for like the next week. Girl. Yeah, people here are cargo since I bring you guys along with me wherever we go. But it's because Mom and I live in a cargo van too, so there's layers to this player. If you guys know what that's from, I don't remember. Hang on. Yeah, okay, now I remember what it's from. A week inside California is like that sometimes. Yeah, saying so cargo crew, right? Is because Mom and I live in a cargo van and you guys are precious cargo. And because we are going along for the ride of our lives here on this one stellar life, we are navigating the world and our one stellar life. I do have freckles, yeah. I don't know if you can see them a little bit. Yeah, all right here. And there's layers to everything. Like Shrek, onions have layers. A cargo van is different. So there's a passenger van and cargo van. A passenger van, for instance, will have a lot of windows. A cargo van won't. A cargo van doesn't have a bunch of windows. Does Mom lead meditation online? She does not. She does not. Mom is like the elusive character here on this channel where she's always watching, she's always there, but she doesn't always talk to you. But you know what would encourage her? If you guys like this stream and subscribe to the channel. So if you guys want more sunrises, the only way you'll get to see it is by subscribing. And if you are interested in mom potentially leading some meditation or doing some work with her, subscribe, and maybe she'll do something. We'll see. I don't know. She's talked about it. One, to carry other people, to carry children. One, to carry people, others to carry children. Are you saying that children belong in a cargo van? No. She can record that. Yeah. If mom wants to, she did it for years before. She would lead meditations every morning. Mom has also done a lot of one-on-one spiritual and energetic work with people, where she called herself a champion for your soul. So if you guys want to have some of that special attention from mom, you guys want some of that special treatment, maybe she'll do something for members on the channel to be able to provide that extra value for you guys. So not only will you have a special place where you get to belong and be your absolute beautiful self, but then you'll have mom over here like, yes, queen. We have this running joke too, because when mom and I first got Bailey, we lived in Kaneohe and in the condo, and we were training him because he was 4 months old when we got him. And so we were training Bailey, and we took him to a dog psychologist, right? And he told us that you do like the correction, then you do yes, and you extend on the S, because that's one of the best sounds for the dogs to hear. And when mom and I were training Bailey after that, mom would be all, yes, Bailey, yes, Bailey. So that's why I did that right now. And it's like a running joke still that if we say something, we're all like, yes, Bailey, yes, Bailey. Occasionally. Mom is always watching. So yeah, if you guys do want special meditations with mom, become a member. And that'll be where she shows up. Because, like I said, mom's that elusive character. She's like the, what would we say? We will also talk about it and say that mom's like Lovelace, where people have to wait in line to see her, and that she's like, okay, we can do this for you. Oh, all right, to record a meditation, drop it on an app for like $5. I have ideas, Andrea. There's been stuff that I've been thinking about for months now. Even talking to mom and I talked about it for like a split second this morning. But I've got ideas for stuff. I've been kind of nervous and just learning about creation and apps in general too. And see, when I talk about taking a chance, that would be me taking a chance in learning how to program something and create an app. There's certain things that I want to incorporate in this thing. Lots of ideas behind the scenes. Oh, and even with merch, even with creating the shirts and stuff and the designs for all of our merch too. We can add some stuff in there. Fancy that job? No. Even honestly, even in doing deliveries, I've noticed the last few days my sciatic nerve is starting to hurt. So even like I'm only doing it for like, what did I do? I think I was only doing it the other day for like 4 or 5 hours, and the pain started coming in. What's up, Angel? Nice to see you. Welcome in, everybody. In case you guys don't know who I am and this is your first time coming across this channel, nice to meet you. Shake my hand. My name is Morgan. I live in a van with my mom and our dogs, Bailey and Kalea. Mom, Laura, and our dogs, Bailey and Kalea. And welcome to the One Stellar Life channel. Here, we help you to awaken, level up, and live free. So if that sounds interesting to you and you want to come by for more streams, the only way that'll happen is if you subscribe to the channel. And if you want to have a deeper sense of belonging that you absolutely deserve, and you want to say, you know what, I am worth it, you tell yourself, I am worth it, then you tap that join button after you've subscribed to the channel. There we go. Perfect. Oh my goodness. I can see busting the ideas to you, the breakthrough, smashing the wall to a higher level of courage, I suppose. And honestly, when you're doing stuff online, this is something that big time has helped me personally. viewing it like a marathon, not a sprint. That the consistency aspect is definitely one of the hardest parts, in my opinion, that it keeps going. I remember the day I realized that, I was all, oh man, you have to be in it for the long haul if you really want to have something and like celebrate success in general. And if you really, really want to help people and you have that deep, deep desire to contribute something to this planet and take it to the next level, realizing just how consistent you have to be with it and how important it is to take it to that, to push it further. And you really push your own boundaries in that way too. Oh, what's up, Luigi? Nice to see you. And for anyone who has this as my first impression or your first impression of me, I hope I'm doing a good job. Also, be sure to double tap your screen to like this stream. Let's get the stream past 30 likes right now. And here, take a sip of coffee. Have a sip of coffee. There you go. Six sunrise, right? Now, let me wipe off the camera. The salt air, man, is getting to everything. This is what makes Escanor rise. Oh, wait! Wait a minute! Now I get your username. Oh my gosh, how did I not see it before? Escanor, like freaking Seven Deadly Sins, right? The anime? Am I right? I totally forgot about that. I was like, wow, like now I know. Now I know. That's at least some flat earther. Oh my goodness gracious. Man. Meliodas. Thank you, Shika. Appreciate you. Why did more? What do you mean? Like, why did I get excited about that right now? Escanor is my favorite. Call my kiddo bond at times. Oh my gosh. Zelda, thank you so much. Yeah, you know what about that, Zelda? YouTube has actually changed the way that they do their notifications for people. So if there's a channel that you really, really enjoy, you have to make sure to routinely engage with them on a regular basis, no matter what. Otherwise, even if you do hit notifications and you hit that bell, if you hit the bell notifications to make sure that you get notified when somebody posts, if you're not routinely engaging with that channel, YouTube's not going to let you know what they post or if they go live. So that's the thing, is that they changed that a little while ago. I don't know if they've I don't know if they've shifted anything since then. However, as far as I know, that's the case. So you got to keep coming back to channels, keep routinely checking in on them and making sure. Otherwise, YouTube's not going to let you know what they're doing. And even in your algorithm, whatever they're feeding you, I've heard stories that it's not always what people are actually watching or what they want to see, or they get recommended a lot of the same stuff. So if you do want to diversify and you want to like take a chance and get out of your comfort zone a little bit, make sure to engage with channels you enjoy. Oh, Gonzalo, good morning. You speak Spanish, yeah? So would I say hola, or you're from Chile, right? You see the ship sailing around the horizon? Yeah. See people only know it. Exactly. Thank you so much, Zelda, for being here. Appreciate you. What's up, Gonzalo? So glad you're here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I was telling everybody that the theme for this week and what I challenge you guys to do is to take a chance. We're about taking risks, taking chances. You know what? YOLO, let's bring it back. It is time to take our lives to the next level, baby. Doing good. So happy for you. So glad that you're doing good, Gonzalo. That is awesome. So glad to hear it. And for anybody who is new here, what is up? My name is Morgan. Nice to meet you. Shake my hand. I live in a van with my mom and our dogs. And here on the One Stellar Life channel, we are all about helping you awaken, level up, and living free. Now, if that sounds interesting to you and you want to come back for more streams, the only way that you'll be able to see it is if you subscribe to the channel. And now, like we just said, that even if you turn notifications on, you do have to make sure to continually engage with channels that you do enjoy. So make sure that when you subscribe, and if you want a deeper sense of belonging and you really want to have your cozy corner of the internet, have your comfort corner, as soon as you subscribe, tap that join button and be able to connect with more like-minded individuals that are here to support you, that you guys can chat together and have an awesome good time. Did I ever hit somebody with my car or bike? What? No. What? No. Have I hit anybody? Absolutely not. Now, for legal reasons, this is a joke, but if it were close calls, that's a different story. But actually, this is something that I almost talked about before, was Honolulu has some of the worst rated drivers in the United States. And it's because of road rage and reckless/careless driving. And it is insane in these streets. And honestly, I never thought that simply doing deliveries with like DoorDash or Uber Eats would be so dangerous. But it is. I've had several close calls of me almost being run off the road as well. Oh, and not to get dark, however, to really drive home the point of taking chances and pursuing that which you love is that tomorrow is never guaranteed. Hang on, Andrea, would you say that is really frustrating? It makes it hard to build a community if it subscribes don't get notifications. Absolutely. It does. It does make it a little difficult. And you know what, honestly, it's just, you just be yourself at the end of the day, and those who are meant to be here will be here. And those who aren't, I wish them the best of luck in the world, all the love and light possible, because everyone deserves the absolute best. And I'm sure you guys would agree too. Jared passed by inches. Yeah. To that point, and with taking chances, and that the whole thing of tomorrow's never guaranteed, I did want to share that literally, what's today, Sunday? So 2 nights ago, I'm driving down the highway over here, right? Headed back home. It's what, 9 or 10 at night. And it's so dark. And on the highway along the coast, there's zero light. There's no light. Bye, Jamie. Thank you for coming out. And I really didn't see it until I was right up on them. There were cars parked off to the side and a flare thrown on the road. And just a couple feet past that, I had to slow down. As I'm going through this curve, there's 4 people standing, and I see one person on their knees giving CPR to a biker that had just crashed like a few minutes prior. Mom had said that she actually just heard the guy go by and that he was speeding. And these are sharp curves on this highway over here along the coast. So literally feet from my window, I see this man full on CPR to this biker that just crashed. I don't know if the guy actually made it or if they were able to bring him back or anything, but that was the second time in, I want to say, 3 or 4 weeks, I want to say within a month, that stuff like that has happened. And even a couple nights ago too, or same night, there was the aftermath of another motorcycle accident on the freeway when I was heading back home too. And so to take those chances, because tomorrow is never guaranteed, but also, I mean, just be aware. But the whole thing of taking a chance and being able to take a risk is to live life to the fullest, no matter what. I'm a biker as well. I don't drive cars, just bikes. Be careful. Be very, very careful. And it's the defensive driving that you have to do. It's like the defensive position that you have to take in driving. But just know that existence in general, we're taking a risk too. By going outside, and even me getting behind the wheel is taking a chance, right? But for something to be able to take our life to the next level and to level up in this existence right here, right now, what can you do today and tomorrow? It doesn't have to be major things, but just little things that you can do to be able to feel like you're putting yourself out of your comfort zone and really taking your life to that next level, to be able to achieve just absolute bliss and peace and clarity amidst all the chaos that is happening in life right now. Seeing bikers probably because they're so busy texting and driving. Yeah, a lot of distracted driving, and it's insane. So just be careful. Have your awareness about you and maintain, like literally, it's just maintaining that peace amidst that chaos. And it's not to be scared of going out. It's not to terrify you guys or anything, or to fear monger you into not driving or not riding a motorcycle or anything like that. It is simply remembering that life is precious and that it is very fragile. We live in such a fragile system and a fragile world, and we've made it out to be so small when really it is extremely expansive. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Hang on. Let me wipe the camera off. All the salt air is getting on it. Hang on a second. Did that help? Oh, no, it didn't help like at all. Be a positive light in all your ways. Thank you, City of Peace. Boring is not the opposite of drama and chaos. And you're special. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you so much. Getting to that is everything. Absolutely. But look at this. Look at this horizon that you guys get to see right now. Look at this that we're all experiencing in this moment together. Look at the vastness of our world. You cannot put any cap to this energy. This is limitless energy, limitless potential that we are seeing right now, even with all the wind. Even with the sun right here. Look at this. The sunrise today. The morning musings of being out here, getting to ponder life and appreciate it, living in that gratitude and in that appreciation for all that we have right here, right now. If you guys are ready to take it to that next level, just join the membership on this channel. We can do more together, and you'll be able to have that sense of belonging, and you're signaling to yourself that you are worth it. Putting some skin in the game of life, baby. Putting some skin in your game of life, where you know, you are an abundant being simply because you exist, and that you deserve the absolute best simply because you exist. You need not work hard. It's not work hard, play hard. What if the work is the play? What if the life that we've been told to lead it no longer serves us? What if we are living in a system that no longer serves us anymore, and it is our duty, our responsibility to help raise the frequency, raise the vibration, and raise the level of the system that we're in, and make it so that it functions better, so that everyone can absolutely achieve all that they set out to achieve and have their greatest and highest good come to fruition. Even to me, like switching the way that I talk about stuff, because I've always been positive on this channel, and I don't like to get political or anything. But with so much media being inundated with political agendas and propaganda all over the place and everything that we see online, I felt like I cannot stay silent about this stuff anymore. Because ever since I was a kid, I don't want to feel selfish here, but I'm talking about myself for a minute, if you guys don't mind. Even as a kid, I knew that there was more to this life than meets the eye. I knew there was more to the system than we see, than we were led on to believe. And there are greater powers out there that we don't even know exists yet. There are people out there running everything that we don't even know is here. On a material basis, there's so much more that people are doing. All we are seeing is a checker game that they're playing, but really behind the scenes is this immense freaking centuries long game of chess that these people have been playing that are in power right now. To take it to that next level, we're within this matrix. So not only is this an operating system of the way that we've been told to live and the way that success has been defined for us for generations. And right now we are going through this great remembering, call it a great awakening, whatever you want to say, whatever label you want to put on it. But there is a shift happening within people right now. And we're going through this moment where the system no longer works. The system needs to be adjusted and it needs to change and it needs to grow and be better. And that is making a lot of people and people in power uncomfortable. And it is the spiritual leveling up, the spiritual transcendence that a lot of humans are experiencing at the same moment right now, where we are able to boost each other and raise the frequency, raise the vibration of this planet to be able to take our existence to that next level. And the way to do that, here's the thing that really hit home with me the last couple of weeks, is having that knowing and being okay with it. Not needing to dive down the rabbit hole, not needing to find evidence to support some conspiracy theory about something, not needing to put anybody else down to make ourselves feel better. We don't have to make others seem less than for us to seem more greater than. Really, we're all equal on the same, like we're all alive on the same exact planet. We may have different experiences, but at the end of the day, we're all human. This is humanity and we all bleed red, right? The way to maintain the calm in the chaos and to have that peace in your heart is be okay just knowing that you know. Like, can we sit in that and be comfortable knowing there's more out there while still living in this system that we're in at the same time? Hey, what's up, Dan? Nice to see you. However, I'm looking at getting a Honda Grum to do local riding. Yeah, just be careful. So we can't leave the beach without walking the water just a bit, even just with your knees. The game is not get your clothes flashed. Yeah, right. Make friends with the key holder. I don't mind the beach busy, but it's all about the times you get there earlier that works. Yeah, true. My point being is talking about is we've had that tone shift on One Stellar Life too, where the whole goal, I would say on a grander scale for One Stellar Life, is to share how we can live our lives in a stellar way, that we are all stellar no matter what. And I mean, it ties into the whole us being celestial beings and being made of stars and all that stuff, and that we are a galaxy and a universe unto ourselves. That if you think about your cells and everything happening, that your veins are like a highway and your cells are like us driving, getting to work, doing stuff, that we all have a purpose here to fulfill. And that us living here at the same exact time, that it is no accident that you are here right now whatsoever. Whatever part you tune in, you are meant to hear for this moment, for whatever purpose it serves. And we are living concurrently in One Stellar Life, since we have this one oh my goodness, concurrent existence that we're all living through at the same time. Simultaneously, everybody's doing something right now on this planet, and that we are meant to be here fulfilling whatever it is that you're doing right now, that is your exact purpose that you're meant to fulfill in this moment. Europeans just don't get it. A different level of planes, yeah, really is. Even working at the gas station, people would ask me, like, how are you able to be so positive? The simple answer is, I choose to be. I get stressed. I literally will freak out sometimes, and I will start to feel super anxious about the material and the humanity that we are experiencing right now. But being able to live in that knowing and that peace of there is so much more to this world than meets the eye, and that I keep coming back to none of this is real. Like in that movie Free Guy, when he's told that he's AI, that he's just an NPC that's become self aware, and he goes to the beach, chucks a rock out into the water, and it hits that invisible shield that's like the end of the map, and then just yells, "It's all a lie." That's how this system is. That, man, there's so many different ways to take it. It seems like it's just a bunch of spaghetti, but I swear to you, it is lasagna when you see the bigger picture. That it really makes sense. And even talking about it, and I'm like, maintaining that happiness and that positivity, even when you know that things are created to keep you down. The material, like I keep defining the material too, of paying taxes, for instance, that how many cents on the dollar do you really end up keeping at the end of the day? Maybe 40 cents for every dollar you make, maybe. Tell me that that is still the best way to live, that's not a broken system that we live in right now. What's awesome is seeing it like a game, right? Where being aware that everything is formulated in such a way that then it's like, all right, that's cool. I could live within these constraints for now, but I know internally I am up leveling and I am transcending everything that is happening right now. Because imagine 80-20, your physical body is only 20% of your existence, and the other 80% of you is a higher version outside of you. Sounds insane. But coming from a chick who lives in a van, it's all truth, baby. The moment you are able to be outside of it and live in the gray area, you start noticing the black and the white for what it really is. Manufactured crap to keep you stuck in the material, to keep you stuck in the physical, when we are meant to get out of that. We're made to be creators. If I stalk a mountain and borrow for living money, true. It's been called chick good. Yeah, I don't care. What's up, alphabet pancake? Sound logic and wisdom. Thank you, VIP. I was sent to be here just as all tickets to come to Hawaii. You know what? When I am able to get property, I would love to do that for you guys. I would love to host people, do I don't know, Mom and I have had this idea of even being able to do like retreats and stuff and be able to host retreats here to share that, the immensity of all that this is and like the magic of Hawaii in general. Not to exploit it, not to take advantage of it. And even me living in a van, I'm not trying to convince you guys that the way to break the system or to get out is to live in a van. That was my flavor of freedom. What does freedom look like for you? What is your flavor of freedom? Thank you, Tony. Retreats are great. Absolutely. No, Jack, I don't. Beyond your work, I literally couldn't agree more. What if I do end up owning that gas station one day and I'm like, yo? No, I'm not going to do that. Take it to the next level. Let's take it further. Let's think bigger. That if money was no object, what would you be doing right now? What does freedom mean to you? What does freedom look like for you? Allow yourself to dream. You deserve to dream. You know, I've avoided like religion, I've avoided politics and stuff on here too. Amanda, thank you so much. What's up? Speaking on QTV. Nice to see you. Welcome in. What was I saying? I literally had this point in my mind. Oh, I forgot. I see there's a boat. The waves are really big right now through here. I'll show you guys. Check out these waves. Thank you guys so much for double tapping your screen to like the stream. Apologize for the haze. The salt air is like making the camera all hazy. Oh, Genesis from the Bible, baby. Because you know what? I gotta share this. You know, a lot of people I see online, as soon as somebody talks about Christ or God, it makes people uncomfortable. But for me, it's all about the love, baby. The love that you have for yourself, the love that you have for your neighbor. I personally, I don't go to church. I don't believe that one day a week is all that you need to be able to prove or profess your faith. Growing up, I've went to grew up in a Baptist church. I went to Catholic churches, Christian churches, and the structure of religion and having to go into a church has never sat right with me. I've never felt comfortable in a church, never. And then when I see stuff online of pastors holding their congregation hostage to make money for the church and saying, you know what, you were supposed to give $1,000 here. No. That's not how this works, baby. That is not how it works. But the love, that fourth dimensional love, when you're able to take it to that next level, that is what it is. No wonder love is literally the highest frequency that we can achieve as beings. Well, the reason I bring that up is if we are made in the likeness and image of God, we ourselves are made to be mini creators. We are meant to create and explore. No wonder we birth life. We literally create life on this planet. Particularly with women, by the way. However, men, you do play a large role. And with everybody here, we have our specific roles even in that, right? Of being man, being woman, having the masculine, having the feminine. We need that balance at the end of the day. We need men to be men. We need women to be women. We need the supporters. We need the heads of the households. We need all this stuff to be able to have a balanced society and a balanced life here on this planet too. But the whole thing that we're made in his image and his likeness, we are meant to create and be little creators. We are able to create the life that we want. And even like Dr. Joe Dispenza says, your personality is what's created your personal reality. And in turn, when we change ourselves, we're able to change the world around us. That we do have this effect, and manifestation is real. I feel manifestation has become this sort of buzzword, but really it's calling into existence and bringing to fruition that which you already believe to be true and that you feel. That when you feel it and you know with every fiber of your being, like you know, it simply must manifest just because it has to. That's it. That's church for you. Oh, you rode an elephant? That is so cool. We had 194 gas stations. We were still just upper middle class in the 80s. Ooh. Fascinating. I gave up when it's like they only had fairs and events that you paid a lot to go to, no groups or clubs or church. It plays off as not caring about people, just getting money out of them. Yeah. There's a lot that I could go into with it. And I don't want to bash, because for other people who feel that is their way to connect, beautiful. Whatever, it's like it's your, like I said, it's your flavor of freedom. It's your flavor of that stuff that I'm speaking my truth. And for me, I never felt cozy. I never felt comfortable. But you know what? Reading books, getting to know stuff, and having my own relationship, because that's what it is. And even for me, you know, to get a little deeper with you guys in creating on YouTube and in developing my relationship in Christ and being able to learn to love myself and forgive myself for the things that I've done too. It's put up a mirror to all my insecurities and all the issues that I've had for years that I never really looked at or really knew existed at the time. And the biggest thing for me was, and something that I realized, was calling him father. I never really had a father figure in my life and had like self-worth issues regarding troubles and struggles with my own patriarchal relationship with my father. And that's something it never hit me for years, that I still had like residual issues with that, and being able to process that and love myself and develop that father daughter saying like, oh, my brother in Christ, my sister in Christ, and being able to say like, I am his daughter, that we are all children of whatever. It helped me so much to just know and be able to take on and allow that energy into my life and allow myself to feel that and be able to become better at the end of the day. And the whole thing is for us to feel free, that we have sometimes, you know what, the worst oppression that we experience is that which we put on ourselves, with these thoughts that aren't who we are at our core, and these things that come up in our lives which doesn't define us and that we don't resonate with, but we allow ourselves to take on anyways. And the greatest oppressors in our lives are ourselves, and the thoughts that we allow to dictate who we are and our actions and what we believe about ourselves. And you know, we don't need to go down that rabbit hole anymore, that you can just allow stuff to simply be. And the best way that you can do that is by subscribing to the channel and becoming a member, because we're going to talk more about this stuff. And to share the light and the levity and the love here for people too, because we deserve that. You deserve abundance simply because you're breathing right now, simply because you exist on this planet right here, right now. You are meant to be here, whatever you're meant to see, hear, do. And all I can do is speak from my personal experience. If you agree, fantastic. If you don't, fantastic. Take what you want, leave the rest. But at the end of the day, the most important thing we do is tell the truth to ourselves and to others. And just be authentic, be genuine, and just own who you are at the end of the day. I don't own the gas station though. I don't want to own the gas station either. Because you know what? Owning that gas station, I would still be in bondage to freaking Texaco. I would still owe stuff to Texaco, because the owner just has the franchise license for it. He doesn't actually like own the name, but that's the thing. And why do we have to put? Yeah, I'm not gonna get into it. Anyway, even working for somebody else, it's a form, in my opinion, quite frankly, it's a form of slavery. We are still laborers at the end of the day. We're allowing ourselves to stay oppressed in this way because, and call me crazy, but here's why I believe that. The dollar amount that you make per hour, per month, per year, whatever, is the company's worth they have placed on that job. That is what they deem your life, your time, your existence to be worth. Whether it's $15, $20, $25, $105 an hour. That's what they believe you are worth. You hate my hat? Each franchise is basically only another $45K a year. Nice. No, thank you. If I did something, I would do one Stellar gas or one Stellar station. It would be a gas station that people could come to. But yeah. I saw this lady and you know, that's the whole thing about taking it further. And even with me, I don't like politics in general. You know, even in school, it went right over my head. I was like, this crap doesn't make any freaking sense. So stupid. It is so stupid. It is so dumb. It would just literally, and I'm like, I don't get it. I never understood it. I never got it. And then I started getting so inundated with it during the pandemic that I was like, I felt like I was going to tear my hair out and go crazy or something, seeing everything that's happening. And at this point, living, you can say that I'm crazy for living in a van, living fringe, living on the outside of society, right? It is simply the literal vehicle for this life experience and this knowing to be able to come out. Yeah, so take what you want, leave the rest. That's all there is to it. Yeah, French has rules against advertising on socials. Yeah, I was a liability for him streaming over there. You need a Hawaii appropriate. Hey, you hate my hat, but it's our One Stellar Life branded hat, Air Station. Stay with the system and some are going to leave it. Yeah, some people are totally happy living in the system, and you know what? More power to you because they need it to be able to keep it functioning. But if we want change and we want to do something different, personally, we deserve a lot more. We deserve so much more. One still a gas station. Cars will run on prayers and wishes. Positivity car. That's crazy. Actually, one day I was like, can't we run cars on water? Or couldn't cars like produce water instead? I remember there was a guy who created an engine that would run off of water, or its emission, instead of it being carbon dioxide, was water. And I was like, yeah, because if there's hydrogen cars, it could incorporate with the oxygen and have like that chemical reaction. And then I found out that the guy is gone. You too, Hob. Thank you so much for coming out. Appreciate you. It's called a boyfriend shirt. I think it's a trucker hat, actually. I don't know, but it's, you know what I say. These, like, I have it on the smallest thing. Like, look, I have it on the smallest size that I possibly can because I have a smaller than usual head, I guess. I just say that my brain's very efficient. Anyway, what else is efficient is joining the membership. And the only way that that'll happen is if you subscribe to the channel. If you want to see more of stuff like this, and if you want to tap into this community deeper, you can only get it by subscribing and clicking that notification bell and making sure that you are here at the end of the day, living your one stellar life. And just know that when you do subscribe, you're part of the cargo crew. And that means you are precious, precious cargo, and we are all crew here piloting this planet together, navigating this world and our one stellar life. As we all have special roles, that you have a role in this world that only you can fill, and everyone else has a role in this world that only they can fill. So thank you everybody for tuning in this morning. Be sure to subscribe and like the stream. Double tap your screen to like the stream if you're on a phone. If you're on anything else, be sure to tap that thumbs up button. Man. Nope. Well, thank you, Maddie, for engaging with the stream and helping the numbers anyways. Giving me some watch time. I appreciate you. It really does mean a lot. Flower-clad straw hat with a silk wrap band about with your logo. If I could find somebody that would be able to make something like that, that would actually be really, really cool. That would be sweet. I love it. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate you so much. Hope you guys have a beautiful day. And as always, stay stellar, cargo crew.